Hi guys, we're back with another pick a card reading. So today we are doing career, and the question I'm asking is, what is your next move in terms of career? So we have pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. So I'm going to give you guys a moment to pick your pile, whichever way you feel comfortable in doing that. But I'm just going to ask you quickly, if you do like my channel and if you are into tarot picker cards and you feel that this reading resonated, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. If the reading did resonate, please leave me a comment down below, because I always like to read about what is going on with you guys and whether it did resonate. And I also have an Instagram, and I also have a Twitter as well if you guys would like to follow me on there. So they are going to be in the description box, as well as on my main page is where you can find those. So I'm going to give you guys a moment to pick your pile. Hi pile 1. So welcome to your reading about career. So we have the star, we have the moon, we have the 8 of pentacles, we have the 10 of cups, and we also have the 10 of pentacles. I have dealt you some cards from The Universe Has Your Back. One that we got here says, the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. And then we also have a tarot card from a new deck. Well, it's actually not so new to me. I actually have had it for a while and I haven't used it yet. So this is my first time. But this is the Success Oracle. So we have, now I might pronounce this wrong, Ingvar Kamprad. And as far as I understand it, this is the guy, I think, who started IKEA. And we have some bits of information on that card for you as well, which we'll get into. And we have 2 cards from the Happy Cards deck. One says you have to ask for what you want, and the other says allow yourself equal parts work and play. So let's get into the reading. Give me a moment here to just see what I'm getting. So for you guys, pile 1, I'm thinking that you guys might be wanting to sort of achieve another level in your job. You might be wanting to go up a step. Maybe it's a promotion. Yeah, maybe you guys just, want to sort of go to the next level, I'm feeling. Or there's a situation maybe even where you might even be going into some kind of entrepreneurship or something for some of you, and going off on your own, because I'm seeing with the 8 of Pentacles there, of course, he's working very hard, but he's also working with his hands. And I often take that to mean that, we're talking about a job where you may be working with your hands, something that you're creating yourself. Now, we have the Moon card and we have the Star card. Now, one of the things I'm thinking here is with the Moon card, the Moon talks about intuition, and I'm getting that you guys, may need to really tap into your intuition a bit more to figure out what you want. Because what I'm sensing here also with the Moon is that you guys may be a little bit indecisive right now about what it is that you want. So even though you may be knowing that you might want to step up your game in your job, you might want to do something different, you may want to break away, I still don't think that the specifics have been worked out, and I think you guys are still a little bit unsure as to what direction you are heading in. I think you have a little bit of an idea, but I think it's still a little bit unclear in your mind. But what I do think is clear for you guys is that you want to head in a direction that is going to offer you more stability and is going to give you a lot more happiness and satisfaction. So it could be a scenario for some of you right now in your job where you aren't that satisfied in the job that you're currently working in, whether that is even a job that you may be an entrepreneur in, or whether it is you are working for somebody else. But I see this as a situation too, possibly with the allow yourself equal parts work and play. Perhaps you are not taking enough time outside of work and you're too work focused at the moment, and maybe that could be causing some issues there as well. You might be feeling too, if that promotion resonated with some of you, that you are working around the clock trying to make something happen there to where you can gain that next level of achievement and finances and stability and so on and so forth. The Star card, in some instances, yes, does talk about wishes being granted, and I'll talk about that part in a minute. But what I'm getting to from the Star card is this is about you staying positive and you sort of, staying in that energy to reach your goal, to reach that level of attainment that you want, where you have that financial security and that stability. And again, like we talked about, the happiness as well, and the satisfaction within your job. So your card here says, the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Okay, so I feel as if, like I said, you guys are a bit unclear right now as to where you want to head and where you'd like to go. Even though you may have some kind of generalized idea, I just don't think the specifics have been worked out. So I feel like this is about you taking some time out, again, that equal parts work and play, so that you guys can really figure out the exact direction that you're heading in. Because the thing is too, if you're wanting assistance in this, if to progress forward, is for instance, if you've been asking the universe for help, or if you've been asking spirit or, creator or some kind of assistance in that sense, there's not a lot that can be done until you actually decide what it is that you want. Because spirit and creator and universe can't really act until we know within ourselves what it is that we want. Because we do have free will down here, spirit especially doesn't like to intervene in things, without us sort of giving our permission. So I think that really resonates there with you have to ask for what you want in one way. Okay, so you have to know what it is you want, ask for it, and then go out and start trying to make it happen. But it's that setting that intention out into the universe, and also staying positive about the outcome and through the whole process of attaining this. Yeah, so with the you have to ask for what you want. I'm also thinking too that if you are in need of a raise, or you're thinking it was due time for a raise, or even for that promotion, it may be a scenario at work where you need to go and literally ask and say, I think I'm the person for the job. I'm deserving of that raise right now. I've been working for the company for a certain amount of years. I deserve this. And actually going and asking for what you want to get those results that you need. So I'm sensing that, that if you guys are wanting to change your situation and you are wanting to get into more stability, more happiness and success within your business, with wherever you're working, whether it be entrepreneur stuff, whether you're working for somebody else, you really need to start figuring out what it is that you want and the direction you're heading in, okay? Because wishy-washy stuff right now and just generalization isn't going to help you guys attain your goal. You need to actually set it out, and so you know where you're headed as much as everybody else around you, those involved, and like I say, creator, universe, spirit, whoever you might be wanting to help you attain this, okay? So and pay attention to your dreams as well. The moon can talk about dreams, so there is a chance as well that you might be getting some signs or some kind of guidance within your dreams. So check that out as well. So pay attention whenever you have a dream, when you wake up. If you have a dream journal, you might like to write your dreams down, and that gives you the opportunity later on, once you've woken up a bit, or when you have some time, to analyze them and really figure out what your dreams might be trying to tell you. So, but on the other side of that star card, like I mentioned, this could be the universe giving you that wish as well. So for some of you, this could be that you are going to get that promotion, that your next step is, in fact, actually, you know, getting that raise or getting that more financial stable situation for yourself. So for some of you, that is the situation. For others of you, sorry guys, you may need to just really take some time away to reassess the situation and really figure out what it is that you want, so that you can head in that right direction, and so that you can get assistance if assistance is needed, you know, divinely and all that sort of thing. But if you are, you know, trying to set that intent out into the universe, if it's not, you know, something that is sort of straightforward, then the universe has trouble sort of delivering that to you. So again, it's that thing of really knowing what you want and understanding that, you know, what needs to happen in order to achieve this. Okay, and I'm stumbling on my words a bit, so this might be something to do with your guys' throat chakra. Again, because we have that you have to ask for what you want, there could be a scenario for some of you too, just a few of you, where you may be not wanting to speak up about what you want. You might be a bit afraid to speak up about what you want. So for instance, if you know it's time for that raise, you're deserving of that, or you know you really want that promotion, but you're too afraid to go ask and say, hey, I'm the guy for the job, I'm the girl for the job, whatever, you know. If you're too afraid to say that, you know, this could be something to do with your throat chakra. So for some of you, just a small amount of you, you may have to work on your throat chakra a little bit there as well. And so that could be for some of you. Okay, and we also have the card is in blue, so that could just indicate as well throat chakra. So let's see here, we have Ingvar Kamprad. Now what he says here is, a good business model requires self-assembly. Your customer is your co-worker, and privacy loves company. So for some of you, if you are in entrepreneurship or you're wanting to get that way, your customer is your co-worker. So I feel like, you know, I think to me that's more as much as understanding the importance of a customer, because in business the customer is very important. They pay your wages, they keep your business going, so on and so forth. And as that saying goes, your customer is number one, right? But at the same time, it's like you guys are kind of, you know, working together to make this business happen. So it's almost like they are a part of your team. And a good business model requires self-assembly. So, you know, if you guys are wanting to start something up, you know, again, it's gonna take a lot of hard work, but it's gonna come from you, and you have to put that effort into it, and you have to sort of again set out those goals for yourself and really figure out what it is that you're heading towards and the steps that you need to take to get to the position that you wish to get to. And you know, for some others of you too, if you're working for someone and the entrepreneurship doesn't resonate, this could just be you guys, you know, sort of putting in that hard work yourself and knowing that if there are things you want, you do kind of have to really put that effort in. And, you know, in some cases, you know, you need to prove yourself that you are worthy of that promotion, that you are deserving of the raise and things like that. Nothing is free, as sometimes people say. And, you know, in these instances, sometimes it can be very true. So you do have to work for what you get. But again, going back to that work and play, just make sure you have that equal balance. And I feel like it's that taking time away from work just as much as while you're at work. Yes, you need to put the effort in, but when you take that time away, take it away. Don't focus too much on work. Don't let it be a part of your time off. So don't let the two worlds sort of collide too much. I'm sort of getting, so it's like when you do take that time off of work and you're focused on something else, or you're immersed in something else that makes you happy, or something that just makes you feel good, or it's just making you relaxed, then I feel like is when you might get some downloads or some more information, or just realize within yourself, or, you know, have that time to really listen to your inner voice to figure out what it is that you want. Because like I said, once you guys figure that out and you know the steps you need to take, that's when things can start happening for you, and that's when you're going to also know how to get to the goal that you desire. So it's not just about saying this is a goal for me, it's also about realizing the steps that need to be taken to get to that goal. So this is your reading, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This was a really quick one today, I know. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. And if it did resonate with you, let me know down in the comments. And I am going to move on to group 2. Take care, and I will see you next time. Thanks, pile 1. Hi, pile 2. So this is your reading. So we're talking about career today, and what your next career move is. So let me just see your cards. We have the World, we have the 4 of Cups, we have the 6 of Cups, we have the 7 of Pentacles, we have the High Priestess. I also got you a card from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Hope is the conduit for miracles. We also have a card from a new deck that I haven't used yet, Success Oracles. And you guys got RuPaul. So we're going to go into that in a moment. And then we also got 2 cards from the Happy Cards deck. Are you following your truth or someone else's? And you got, if you want to change your experience, change the way you view it. So let me just take a look here and see what I'm getting, guys. Okay, so with that 7 of Pentacles there and the 4 of Cups, I'm sensing that you guys are a little bit unsatisfied right now in your current career or your job position. So I see that perhaps you guys lately have been sort of analyzing the situation, trying to figure out what to do about it, what it is that's making you feel this way, what's making you unhappy. And I just feel like you're just generally unsatisfied with where you are in your job right now. What I'm feeling though is with the 6 of Cups, and I think, again, this points back to that 4 of Cups, is I think you guys are going back to an old job. There's a possibility, there's an opportunity coming up for you guys to go back to an old job. And I'm sensing for some of you, this may be sort of raising alarm bells. You may be thinking, oh God, the last thing I want to do is go back to that job. Though I am getting at the same time with the World card that this could actually be a very good opportunity for you and could actually turn out to have some positive outcomes. And I know that when we sometimes, we work at a job for a certain amount of time and we move on from it, we think, okay, that part of my life is done, that job's done, there's no way, I don't want to go back to it. Sometimes if it was a bit of a bad experience too, we label it as such, and then we just, definitely don't want anything to do with the thought of it, the energy, so on and so forth. So if that was the case for some of you, and this was a bit of a bad experience in the past, I see that you guys are worried about that being the same, so history repeating itself in this instance. And if this opportunity has already presented itself, of course, and if you're not aware of it yet, I sense that you may feel this way when it comes up. But the thing to know is that no 2 situations are the same, no 2 people are the same. Even if you're revisiting a situation that's similar, or even a circumstance or a destination, sort of, what am I saying? Not destination, but you guys know what I mean. It's, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go exactly how it went the last time. So I'm hearing from Spirit to tell you guys to, sort of be a bit more open-minded. Now we have if you want to change your experience, change the way you view it. So Spirit's kind of telling you there that try not to focus on what happened the last time at this job. If this is something that you're wanting to proceed with, of course, we all have free will, so it doesn't mean that you need to take this opportunity, or it doesn't mean that you need to do this. But if you choose to, instead of sitting there and dwelling on what happened in the past, change your perspective and try to see things in the positive light. And again, we have the card here, hope is the conduit for miracles. So hope and believe and know that this situation can be different, will be different this time, and you'll have a different experience. It's all about perspective. So this could be something, like I said, that an opportunity coming through that I see you guys maybe don't see coming, or maybe you're just too focused on your current unhappiness at your situation as it is now, your current job. But with the World card, that says to me that you are reaching your goals, that there is some kind of a goal achievement, some kind of something coming to a positive outcome, basically, right? So I do see that perhaps this can happen with this change of job, even though it is going back to a job that you may have had in the past. But again, it's about changing your perspective on that. Now, Spirit has another message for you here, and this is about, are you following your truth or someone else's? So this is about being true to yourself. And the reason perhaps why you may be unhappy or unsatisfied in your current job is because you haven't been following your own truth, and you haven't been going after things that are specifically tailored to suit you, right? Like the card says here, we have RuPaul, and one of the messages on it here is tailor conventions to suit you. So make situations work for you. Do things that, you know, are good for you, that you want to do, that work with who you are. Now, I will be reading from this book in a moment to tell you a bit more about who RuPaul is, for those of you who don't know. I forgot to do this for pile 1, so I do apologize, pile 1, if you guys are still with me. I'm sorry about that. I missed out for you guys in pile 1, but I will be reading this for you guys here in pile 2. So again, and that's what the High Priestess talks about, you know, tapping into your inner self, your intuition, and just figuring out the truth of who you are, you know, what speaks to you, okay, on your own personal level, because everybody is different, right? And it's all about being true to who you are, and that's how we find most happiness in life. That's how we find happiness, because we are staying true to who we are, okay? So, again, see, I stumbled upon my words in pile 1 as well, group 2, and I'm noticing I'm sort of wanting to do it a bit here in group 2. So, again, I told group 1 that they may have issues with their throat chakra, so I'm just letting you guys know that may be something that you guys need to work on with as well. And it may be a situation even for you guys, a bit like pile 1, of needing to speak up about what you want. So you may want to revisit, look at pile 1 if you want. There may be some connections there, but I just got that sense of like staying true to who you are, and in pile 1 we got asked for what you want, and I mentioned about the throat chakra, so that may be something for you guys there. So the other things that RuPaul has to say here is to speak volumes, and a showstopper never stops showing up. So I'm going to read you guys a little bit about RuPaul, if I can find it. I think I'm saying that right, RuPaul. You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm saying it wrong. Right, here we go. RuPaul's breakout single Supermodel in 1993 doubled as a to-do list, with the performer in drag becoming the tail-blazing face of MAC Cosmetics shortly thereafter. Work. Today, Ru reigns over the media monarchy, bringing a coveted mainstream viewership to a once marginalized art form as the Emmy-winning host of RuPaul's Drag Race. Ru is also the main draw of DragCon, a profitable convention for convention-breaking drag enthusiasts and enterprises, which reinforces Ru's conviction that inclusivity is, I'm sorry guys, I said that wrong, is good for both business and pleasure. Likewise, a tailored outfit. Honorable mention for Ru's tireless contribution of puns and neologisms. Oh God, sorry guys. Neologisms. Sorry guys. All right. Okay, so that's that there. So yeah, just to give you a bit of a background of who this guy was. But basically, this is your message, guys. So yes, you may be unsatisfied right now. You may need to do some inner work, figuring out whether you really are sticking true to who you are, because that is very important, and Spirit has come through with that message for you. And if this job does pop up, or you're already aware of this job coming back from the past, or you're thinking about going back to a job that you used to work at, just know that it's just a matter of changing your perspective. Don't think that things are going to happen exactly how they happened in the past. Just remember that this is a new chance, a new start, and therefore a new experience. So it's changing your perspective. And I think about that with the world as well. You know, that he's got the whole world in his hands. You know, if you think about that song, or if you just think about, you know, what if the world was a ball that you were holding in your hands? Or think about how the world looks from space. It's very different to how we perceive it, right? So it's just about a matter of perspective, changing your perspective. And remember to remain hopeful and stay on the positive side of things in order for this to have its best benefits for you. But like I said, with the World card, I do see that working out. So, you know, this is what's happening for you guys. Possibly revisiting a new job, but one from the past, but in a new way. And it's going to be a way, I think, for you guys to really get out of the situation you're in of feeling unsatisfied and not happy in your current job. So that's what I have for you, pile 2. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, again, please like and subscribe. And if this resonated with you, please leave me a message down in the comments. And I will see you next time. Take care. Hi pile 3, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this pile, this is all about your next career move. So we have the Page of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Three of Swords, we have the Two of Cups. I also have a card from the Universe Has Your Back deck, which says, my vibes speak louder than my words. And we also have a deck, a new one I haven't used yet, so this is the first time, called Success Oracles, and it's got a whole heap of like famous business people in it. So you guys got JP Morgan, and I do apologize. I will be reading from the book later on a bit more about who JP Morgan was, but off the top of my head, I think he was something to do with investing or banking or something. I do apologize if that's not the case. We will read more about that though. So we also have 2 cards from the Happy Cards deck. So love is light, is consciousness, is spirit, is God, is you. And your other message says, your suffering and pain cultivates gifts that will make your future golden. So let me just see what I'm getting here, guys, and then we'll hop into your reading. Okay, so I'm kind of sensing 2 possible different scenarios here. So for some of you, this could be, you may be having some issues at work. Now this could be conflict perhaps with other people, or situations where you aren't feeling very good within your job. So there could be some heavy heart issues where maybe your feelings have gotten hurt or something of the sort, or you're just feeling sort of a little bit of lack where, you know, your heart lies within the job, and you know, that sort of area. And then for others of you, I'm getting that this was a job loss, and that some of you have recently lost a job. So I'm going to go through those 2 different scenarios. So for the people that may just be having conflict and issues at work, I see here with, for instance, the 2 of Cups. Now this can indicate having good relationships with colleagues, but I think this is perhaps asking you to sort of change your views about the people around you, or the way that you're dealing with people at work, in order to achieve that and to have harmony within the workplace. But I also feel like for some of you, this could be you guys I'm actually kind of feeling, sorry guys, I'm actually kind of feeling for some of you, it's about you guys taking a risk in your job as well. So yeah, there may have still been some hurt, some heartache in regards to your job in some form, but I feel like it's made you react in a way. I think that you're ready to just push ahead with something. I think you're ready to make a stand or make a change within your job. And it says here too, my vibes speak louder than my words. So in one way, I want to say to you guys, just be careful about how you're acting within your job, because although you may not be saying things to people, maybe you're perceived in certain ways, and it's being mistaken for something else. That could be something for some of you, or it's the way you're perceiving others as well, and that could be something that gets, mistaken, right? But I do feel like there, with the Page of Wands there, that you guys might be taking some risks, or you're ready to take on another challenge. You guys are ready for something new. And the way I look at the Three of Swords cards too is with that rain. People say, yes, it's a storm, but the way I kind of look at it is the rain is very cleansing, okay? And I feel like it's washing away all the negativity, all not to get sort of graphic about this, but when you look at the Three of Swords, of course, you've got these swords going through a heart, and there would, of course, be blood. And so I sort of see it as like the rain is washing away the blood as well. So I feel like the rain is just this really cleansing thing. And so I feel like that you guys may be going through this time, but at the same scenario, you're actually, it's making you sort of push ahead and want to take on new things and really sort of change the way you are within your job. For others of you, like I said, those that have lost a job, I see you guys taking on a whole new project with the Page of Wands. So I see you guys ready to jump into something new. So this could be a new project altogether. Now, this could be a project within the current job that you're at, or it could just be a whole new job. So this could be entrepreneurship, or this could just be some kind of other project. With Wands can talk about creativity, so this could be something very creative for you guys. And you guys are just really ready to head in with that hard, I feel, with that Knight of Swords card. Because look how he's just taking off really fast. And I think that you guys are just ready and raring to go for this. So this could be you guys making a really big move towards something brand new, something perhaps you haven't done before, something that you've just been recently inspired by. And again, my vibes speak louder than my words. So I feel like, there's this momentum I'm feeling of just, wanting to really push ahead with something. Now with the Queen of Pentacles there, so this can talk about someone who's very talented, in business. As far as business goes, they can be quite a mentor. There's someone who I think really understands what it is to have good business sense, to be a mature person, to even, I'm sensing, like, grow something from the ground up, because I'm seeing all the flowers and everything that's around this queen. And again, remember, these are not gender specific, so sorry guys. So if you are male, this will resonate as well, or if this is a male in question. But I'm just sensing that, from the flowers, I feel like they've just had that experience at really growing a garden and watching it flourish and watching it turn into something that has been very fruitful for them. And, I think they understand what it takes to achieve financial stability and so on and so forth. So if this is a colleague, I feel like you are sort of banding together with them, and you're sort of bouncing off each other with what you can offer together as a sort of a team towards something new within your current job. Or like I said, for others of you, this is just going off on a whole new direction. Now this could be you that is the Queen of Pentacles. So all of a sudden, you may be, in that sort of energy, and you're forging ahead really hard with this idea that you have. And I see, if you are embodying that Queen of Pentacles energy, this could be very successful for you guys. But also, this could be you again teaming up with someone, because we do have the Two of Cups. So this could be you finding someone to team up with that is going to be very helpful for you. Quite like a mentor for you guys. Might be, you know, even if they're not, you know, say 50-50 of the company or something like that. This just could be someone coming along for the ride just to help you out and just to sort of coach you along in this new direction, in this new project that you're wanting to start. So if you guys have had an inkling lately and you think like, I've got this idea for this great project that I want to do, I see you guys really heading towards that and starting to work on it and really making it happen, because I sense that really like motivated energy. So the two cards here, so we spoke about the Lover's Light is consciousness, is spirit, is God, is you. But we also have your suffering and pain cultivates gifts that will make your future golden. So yes, you may have suffered a loss, whether it was the job loss or maybe you've just had some setbacks or upsets within the current job and that you're still at. But, you know, I mean, this makes me think of things like art and creativity, for instance, you know, like famous artists and things, how going through the motions and even, you know, being at opposite ends of the spectrum where, you know, 1 minute, you know, things are really great and then other minutes maybe not so much, but it's all a learning experience, it's all a learning curve, and it all helps to develop us as a person and sort of create that 3D effect within us to where we have, you know, multiple facets and, you know, we're multidimensional people with, you know, intricate, you know, sort of personalities and things like that, you know, and it's these experiences that sort of get us there. And I'm thinking of, like, for instance, like Van Gogh, you know, how beautiful were his paintings, like, you know, the sunflowers and Starry Night. I know you guys will all know that one, but he had depression, and you know, so, but yet he created such beautiful artwork, and I think a lot of that beauty came from some of that pain, some of that suffering, and you know, I think that a lot of times it can end up fueling us. It can end up making us, you know, sort of get inspired, you know, really get inspired. And this other person that we're talking about here too, if there is a second person involved, they can help with the inspiration as well. You may find some inspiration within this person, or they may just be someone that when you have them around, it's like you feel inspired, you feel ready to really go ahead and move forward with this project, with this idea. So like I said, for some of you, it can be just some upsets at work. I do see that clearing up with that Two of Cups card. If it's in regards to conflicts and things with other people, and this may be you sort of, you know, moving on from that and having that, you know, wanting to take on new challenges, you know, taking, maybe taking some risks and things at work as well. I don't sense that in a bad way. I don't, because of the other cards that we have. So I sense it sort of like, you know, you're just sort of almost like the fool, like you're jumping in to things you're raring to go. And then, like I said, for others of you, it's about that, you know, recent job that you've lost, but you're moving on from it and you're taking away what was gained at the previous job, and you're using that for your fuel. Okay, and that heartache and stuff is part of that fuel too. Whatever you've been through, all of that counts, and it's pushing you forward. And so if you have had an idea for a new project, then, you know, I really see you going forward with that. And if you haven't had that yet and you're thinking, what is she talking about? This could be a possible job loss in the future. Don't freak out about that, guys. Looks like it is definitely going to push you guys to something much bigger. And it's all sometimes about seeing the bigger picture, right? So stay positive about this. Again, my vibes speak louder than my words, so remember that. And with the JP Morgan, we have 3 little messages here, so I'm going to read those out to you, and then I will read out who JP Morgan is. So 2, 4, 6, 8 merges one conglomerate. So yes, again, about, you know, sort of working as a team, getting everybody together, everybody fusing. Be an indispensable cash dispenser, and don't make the laws, inspire them. And I think that is very true, and I think that is something that you guys are definitely creating here, or you're working towards. So let me read here who JP Morgan actually is, and we'll certainly see if I'm right. Okay, Catching the banking bug from his pops, financier John Pierpont Morgan dulled Wall Street's competitive edge, Wall Street, by orchestrating smooth mergers into conglomerates such as General Electric 1892 and US Steel 1901, the first US billion-dollar corporation. The public cried monopoly, but the government cried help, most audibly in 1907 when the NYSE plummeted. Morgan cut his vacation short and threw his influences behind Wall Street and White House, saving the US from financial ruin. As thank you, Congress established the Federal Reserve System in 1913 to lessen the government's dependence on the ultra-rich like Morgan. Seems like it's working, guys. So there you are, pile 3. That is your reading. I hope this resonated. If you did find this resonated, please leave me a comment down in the comment box. I would love to read it. Or just a hi. I like a hi and hello too. And then if you guys do like my channel, please like and subscribe. I also have an Instagram and a Twitter. You can check that out in the description box, and that'll also be on my main page. So I hope you guys take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.